started, right? Let's get this party started quickly, right? Let's get this party started, right?
Hey, what's up? Just doing a little playoff preview here at the NFL. We still got 3 games left remaining, but if the playoffs were to start today, your matchups would go like this. In the AFC, you have the Baltimore Ravens traveling to Denver. You have the Colts traveling to New York, with Tennessee and Pittsburgh in the first round bye. Over in the NFC, you have the Dallas Cowboys traveling up to Minnesota, with Tampa traveling to Arizona, with New York and Carolina in the first round bye. Now, based on those matchups, I'm going to tell you how it would go. Baltimore would beat Denver, and this is the AFC. Baltimore would beat Denver, in which I believe the Colts will beat the Jets. So that'll be your first. There'll be 2 road victories right there next round. Over in the NFC, we would have, well, Dallas pretty much would beat Minnesota. Minnesota's kind of iffy anyhow. And I have Arizona making it to the next round. Now, with that being said, Dallas, having the lowest rank, will play the Giants, while Arizona will play Carolina. Over in the AFC, Tennessee would take on Baltimore. I know Baltimore fans are waiting to face Tennessee again. And the Steelers would take on the Colts. So with those matchups, I have Baltimore beating Tennessee to advance to the AFC Championship, with the Steelers beating the Colts. So it'll be Steelers, Ravens, with another game Ravens are waiting for an AFC Championship. Over in the NFC, I have Carolina over Arizona. I have New York over Dallas. So in the NFC Championship, we have the New York Giants versus the Carolina Panthers. Now, I believe Carolina has a strong chance of going to the Super Bowl with these matchups. So I would say Carolina represents the NFC in the Super Bowl, whereas in the AFC, the Steelers would represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. And with the winner of that being Panthers. Yes, I said it. The Panthers would beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl based on these playoff matchups and the way I just, explained it. So hopefully these are not the matchups come 3 weeks later. I would hope that in Dallas's place will be the Skins and not Dallas, especially with the whole T.O., Bromo, Homo, whatever issue going on. T.O. is just a cancer to that team, so they don't deserve to make it to the playoffs. I actually gave them a playoff victory, but only because they have an easier opponent based on these matchups. So if Dallas makes it to the playoffs and they play Minnesota, they'll get their first victory in about 11 years in the playoffs, but then they'll lose next round. So one win and done, just like I said before. The NFC North still has to be decided. It's basically between, Minnesota and Chicago. With Chicago winning last night, they beat New Orleans by 3, which doesn't help the Redskins, but it does help. It helps Chicago, basically. Now they're like 3 teams ahead of Washington because of Chicago getting that win. Over in the AFC, there are practically just 3 teams in the hunt. Buffalo still fading. I remember the previous video I made before about Buffalo losing 4 straight. Well, they are now 6-7. They're still in it, but they're not going to make it. 1 loss today, and who do they play today? They play the Jets. Buffalo's out the playoffs. Let's just call it as I see it. Buffalo is out the playoffs. So, okay. Also, with 3 games remaining, let's go through Week 15's picks. We're just going to go through them real quick. Okay, Chicago already beat New Orleans. So, next game will be Tampa Bay, Atlanta. Battle in the NFC South. I have I would love Tampa to beat Atlanta, but I got Atlanta. Atlanta's too strong. I got Atlanta winning this one. Washington, Cincinnati. Washington should win this. They have to win this. They lose this game, their season's over. So just look at it like that. Tennessee at Houston. Tennessee is probably going to start to rush their stars a little bit. Hoping fantasy-wise they don't, but big important matchup for me fantasy-wise. So I have Tennessee beating Houston. Green Bay, Jacksonville battle, two teams that are not having the seasons that they thought they were going to have. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville on this one. Strange pick, but that's gonna be my upset pick. Jacksonville over Green Bay. San Francisco, Miami. Miami's been doing good this year, so I'm gonna have to go with Miami on this one. Believe it or not, they're not even in the playoff race. That's strange. I thought they were. Let's go Seattle, St. Louis. Pass. Buffalo, New Jersey. New York Jets. I'll go with the Jets on this one because Buffalo will continue down that downward spiral. So, sorry, Buffalo fans, but your team's known for choking, and they pretty much have choked to death. All right, San Diego, KC. San Diego will win this. Whatever. Detroit, Indianapolis. Indianapolis should win this. Detroit will go. With 2 games remaining, they will go 0-14 going into next week. Can you say 2 games away from being 0-16? Detroit? Saw it coming 3 years ago. So, all right, Minnesota, Arizona, battle of division leaders, and Minnesota wants to stay in the hunt. They best fit to beat Arizona. Arizona pretty much have their division wrapped up, but I see Arizona winning this game, so Minnesota will fall behind. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, the premier match. I think one of 2 premier matchups this week. It's in Baltimore. Baltimore came off an impressive victory over the Redskins, as much as I hate to say that, but it was impressive. Ed Reed had 2 picks, had a forced fumble recovery for a touchdown, which pretty much was, he was responsible for 14 points in the last game. So you take away those 14 points, we're still playing in Baltimore because no offense was going to score that game. But the pick would be, that's a toss-up. That's hard to say. I'm going with Baltimore on this one because Baltimore's defense is stronger than Steelers. Steelers have the #1 defense in the league, but so what? It's in Baltimore. Pittsburgh's offense has been inconsistent all year, so let's pick the home team in this one, Baltimore. Denver, Carolina. West Coast teams have been having a hard time playing in the East Coast, so I'm going Carolina on this one. That was easy. New England, Oakland. East Coast teams do not have a problem going to West Coast and winning, so I got New England beating Oakland. And the other marquee matchup for Sunday, which will be a Sunday night game for all you folks on NBC. You have the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. With all the turmoil that's going on with both these teams, who has less to deal with? Giants. So I say the Giants will win this one. Even though Dallas has more to prove and they're more motivated to win, I got the Giants winning this one because the Giants don't have as many distractions. T.O. all of a sudden has split that locker room. So, whatever. Cleveland, Philly. I'm just going to go ahead and say that Philly wins this one. Hopefully Brian Westbrook gives me my points so I can beat them stinking Raiders, the fantasy Raiders, again. So, and that is the Week 15 matchups for this week. So, with that being said, the playoff scenarios will change. I know the Dallas one will change because according to this playoff tidbit here, they have the Giants this week, Baltimore next week, and Philly the week after. Tough road. Good luck. Peace.